So I'm a little pissed off. Yeah, so we're over here in Houston at the shipper, and apparently we're going to be spending the night here at the shipper. So what happened was I got a load picking up in Houston going to California. Didn't really want to go to California, but hey, whatever. It's 1,700 miles plus 130, 140 deadheads, so it's going to be like close to 1,900 miles. So whatever. We'll get in the truck here in a minute, and I'll tell you exactly what it is. Anyways, so we're in Houston, and the load picked up today is Monday. I got unloaded up in Austin. Got the load off in Austin, and they deadheaded me over to Houston, which was 100 and I don't know what it was. I'll look at it. We'll look at it here in a minute. But anyways, said I picked up today at 5, so I come down the road and got here about 2:30. Figured maybe it'd be, more than likely it's a preloaded trailer. It is. Maybe it'll be done early. I can get a strap and we can get rolling down the road. Get some miles put on the road today, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday wouldn't be that bad of a run. 450, 500 miles a day. Get to the shipper or get the receiver on Thursday night. Unload first thing Friday morning. That was the plan. Yeah, make plans. Well, we get over here, and I sit from 2 o'clock till 5. At 5:30, I decide, hey, I'm going to walk up to the office. This load's supposed to be ready by 5. Then walk up to the office here and see what's going on. So I walk up to the office. Turns out the load's not ready. They're still welding it together. Apparently it's steel like I-beam, but it's for a building or something. I don't know. I'm trying to find what we're running. If you look over there on the other side of my truck, well, I'll walk over and we'll look at what we're running here in a minute. But anyways, they're still over there welding it. So I talked to the guy, said it's supposed to be ready today. He's like, yeah, it's not gonna be ready till tomorrow sometime. So I was like, it's got to be in California on Friday, man. It's like 1,800 miles. 1,800 and I don't know. I'll look in a second. But anyways, he's like, yeah, man, it's not gonna be ready till tomorrow. So like tomorrow morning first thing, or is it like tomorrow morning at 10? Tomorrow morning at 2? Like what time tomorrow? I don't know. Sometime tomorrow. So he said we can hang out here at the shipper all night. It's got a shower up there and it's got a bathroom if we wanted to take a shower, but I haven't really got a towel, so how's that gonna work? I got food in the truck and everything. That's fine. I don't have a problem staying at the shipper. That's cool. We'll have to start my clock in the morning, whole 9 yards. We'll be ready to go. We'll go on. I'm on break right now, so we'll go into sleeper later, have a 10-hour break in, get up there, get loaded. Won't start my clock till I'm ready to roll, so we'll have a fresh 11-hour clock to drive tomorrow and everything like that. It's just, is it gonna be ready to roll at 8 in the morning, or is it gonna be ready to roll at 11 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon? Like, what we got going on here. So that's what we got going on. Like I said, we'll get in the truck here in a minute, and now we'll pull up the actual load, and I'll give you the actual numbers and everything. But yeah, we're going to California, Atwood. I don't know. I gotta look. California. It's 1,700 and some miles from Houston. So yeah, we're gonna do a little ride along here. Ride along to California. We're gonna get in it's not late yet, it's starting to get dark, but not too bad yet. It's a pretty nice evening in Houston, actually. It's cooled off. It was a little humid earlier, but it's cooled off. It's pretty nice now. So anyways, let me jump in the truck. Let me look at what we got going on, if I can talk. Hopefully this ride along will be a little bit better than last ride along. It's not starting out too good though. And we'll see what it's like to go to California. It'll only be my second time going to California. First time we went to LA when I was with my trainer. Picked up or dropped the load off in Commerce, which is a suburb of Los Angeles, and I picked up in, I don't remember the name of the town, and took a set of transformers back to Detroit, Michigan. I got the stuff pulled up on my Qualcomm, and it is picking up in Houston. Obviously we're in Houston. Picking up in Houston, Texas, going to Atwater, California. So it's picking up, it's the same company here, and I'm just taking a load from here going to the same company that's in Atwater, California. And it is delivering on Friday the 19th at 8 a.m. It is 163 deadhead miles 1,789 loaded miles, which is, what is that, 1889, 1900 and some total miles, something along that line. So anyways, this is a no tarp load, and that's awesome. So in the morning, hopefully all I gotta do is just come in, throw some straps, and roll with it. That's the plan anyways. This Tuesday morning, 6 or 7 o'clock, 10 till 7. I was up at 5:30. I think I went down to the office around 6:30, and they told me that the stuff, basically the same thing they told me yesterday, that they were still working on it. They had to go see if it was done, and it'd be a couple hours, hopefully it'd be a couple hours, till they get it loaded. So I guess we're here for a little bit. I don't know how long it's going to be. When we get loaded, we'll get it strapped and we'll get rolling. But for now, we're still here Tuesday morning. It's been 14 some hours. We got here about 2 o'clock yesterday, and it's 7 in the morning. So we'll go from there. So it's been a long day. We're still over here in Houston. We did get loaded. I don't think we got loaded till 1 o'clock. So we set, I don't know, 18 hours, something like that, from the time we got there. Actually, it's almost 24 hours. I think we got there at 2 and we got loaded at 1. Like 23 hours, something like that. Finally got loaded. That load going to California. But before we got loaded, they sent me a repower. So we're not going to California. Now we are going to Seattle, Washington. And it's an oversized load. So the California trip has been switched off or whatever. We got over here to the Loves over here in Houston, downtown Houston, and in the morning I gotta go in and get my permits. Before I can leave, I gotta put Oversize sign on the front of my truck. There's already one on the back of my truck because the guy that picked up this load put those signs on because he had to get it over here, so he had to put all the signs and flags on to get it to the truck stop. And then we switched over here, and I'm just taking my 10-hour break, which I only drove like a half hour today. And then in the morning, I gotta call my DM, talk to her, go over the permits, the routes I gotta take, because it's got me going some crazy freaking back roads and stuff. Not really back roads, but you're staying off the main highways, which makes zero sense to me. You'd think you just want to go on the main highways, but from what I can tell, the guy before me printed out, got the permits for him, but they won't work for me. So they got his truck on it, his truck number, off his information, which I need my information on it. So I gotta get them resent to me, print them off, so it's all in my, all with my details on it. But he gave me the permits, his permits, and I was just looking at the routes, and I don't know why they just wouldn't keep you on the main highways, just keep you on interstates the whole way. That would make more sense. So anyways, that's what we got going on. It is pouring down rain again here in Houston, so I would get out and show you the load. We'll do that tomorrow. Hopefully it's not raining tomorrow, we can actually get out and look at the load. I didn't get to get any pictures or video of the other load. I was just frustrated of being there 20 plus hours, and then got the repower. So I just once I got it loaded, I just strapped it and brought it over here, dropped it, and hooked up to this thing, and basically been doing that. So that's what we got going on. We're gonna pull out tomorrow. It's 2,200 miles, I think, to Seattle. It delivers on Monday, so we're gonna have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We got about 5 days to get up to Seattle, which is very doable. But it's gonna be not main highways, from what I can tell. We'll find out tomorrow when I talk to my DM. But from looking at his permits and looking at the routes, it's a lot of like U.S. routes and stuff like that. Still 4-lane highways, but not like Interstate 70, Interstate 80, stuff like that. Whatever. Anyways, that's what we got going on. Seattle, Washington. Yeah, we'll get up in the morning and get this stuff situated, get this stuff all figured out, and then we'll be on the road headed to Seattle. So this is our oversized load. I got my banner on the back. I got a flag on each corner. We are hauling these big tires. Come over this side here. I got flags up the whole side. I'm not sure if that's how it's supposed to be, but on the paperwork it says anytime something hangs over, you got to put a flag there. And each one of these tires hangs over. Not very far. Not very far at all. If we look at it, I mean, I wouldn't even consider that oversized, but they're hanging over, each one of them the way up through there. So that's what we got. We got stacked 2 high, except that one there is stacked 3 high. Come around to this side, same thing. A flag each where the tire hangs over on each one, and an oversized on the front of the truck, along with a flag hanging off the mirror. So yeah, that's what we got. We're heading to Seattle. Let's get on the road. We are shut down in Janico City, Texas. We're about 80 some miles from Wichita Falls, Texas. Did not get very far today. Only did 299 miles. Was not the plan. There was a wreck, a pretty bad wreck on the interstate. I think we went 3 miles in 3 hours. So we sat in that most of the day. I think it was about 11:45 till we got through. That was after 3 o'clock. So that wasted a lot of my drive time. And then I got over here to Pilot, over here in I'm probably not saying it right, Jacintco City. I don't know. We're on some back roads, just routing. They got us with this oversizes. We're going down, bypassing all the major interstates and going on these like back. They're dual highways, but they're crap, and can't make no time. You know, we drove 8 hours today and did 299 miles. The wreck had a lot to do with that. And then we got over here and I tried to reserve parking at a Flying J down in Wichita Falls. And my card got slapped with a fraud protection bullcrap. So I couldn't reserve parking. I only had 4 or 5 reserved parking spots. I only got 50 spots total. I didn't want to drive down there being 6 o'clock in the evening without having a reserved spot, because I do got an oversize, so I got to be off the road at dark. It would have been 7:38 till I got down there, and being on the back roads, if I get down there, I don't got nowhere to park. I'm kind of screwed. So once that went through, I just decided to call it a day, and we are shut down at the Pilot. And like I said, we only went 299 miles. That's the way it goes, though. So we're gonna get up early tomorrow. We're gonna try to roll out of here at daybreak. We can run daylight hours, so sun up to sundown. And our goal is to crank out 600 miles tomorrow. We still got 2,059 to go. We started out with 2,400. So that's what we got. Not a very good day, kind of frustrated with everything. Just, I don't know, hopefully tomorrow's gonna be a better day. So that's what we got. We're still running this oversize to Seattle. Appointment time is Monday, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I believe. So we got plenty of time to get there. It's just I wanted to get more miles than 300 miles when I had pretty much a full 11 hours of driving, and ended up getting like 8 hours. And then 3 of those hours was sitting on a highway in an accident where we went literally 3 miles in 3.5 hours. So that's what we got. Yeah, we'll go on from there. We'll wake up in the morning, get out of here, hopefully get over into New Mexico somewhere. That's the goal anyways. So we are just outside of Wichita Falls, about 5-10 miles outside of Wichita Falls, doing a load check on 287. We pulled out of the Pilot this morning just after daybreak. So got down the road, I think we went about 100 miles. Maybe, yeah, something like that, 100 miles. So pulled off doing a load check, and we're gonna keep rolling. The goal is to get into New Mexico today. I think we can do it. I think actually we're gonna definitely get into New Mexico. We want to try to get to Albuquerque. That's gonna be 600 miles. So doing these back roads, it might be a stretch, but that is the goal. So we are in Memphis, Texas. We're doing a load check here. I'm gonna take my half-hour break, and it's starting to rain, so it's gonna be really quick. We went about 250, 275 miles so far today. So anyways, today is going to be a lot of driving, stopping on load check, so I'm not going to record every time I stop for a load check. We're just going to get on it and get down the road. If we find something interesting, then I'll record it, and we'll probably record when we shut down, where we shut down. I don't know where we're shutting down. The goal is Albuquerque, New Mexico, but maybe before that, we'll see what happens. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a half-hour break right here, run in here, get some coffee, get back on the road, and head over towards Albuquerque. That's the goal anyways, and that's what we're going to do. And if I find anything interesting to record, I'll record it. If not, I'll probably see you guys in Albuquerque. We are at the Apache Nugget Travel Center in Cuba, New Mexico. So we got to Albuquerque last night with about 45 minutes on our clock. We stayed at the Flying J over in Albuquerque. Ran 603 miles, which that was a good run. Got up this morning, pulled out of the Flying J at 6:30. This is as it was getting daylight, and I headed over here. We're doing our first load check here. So the goal is to get up into, we should get real close to Salt Lake City, Utah today. I don't know if we're going to actually get that far. I haven't really looked at it, but I think we can get really close. If we can't get there, try to find a truck stop on 15 somewhere for tonight. We have we got into the Flying J last night. I think we got like 1,400 miles after we cranked out them 600. So right now we're sitting at, we went about 115 miles or so. So we're sitting at about 1345 or so to Seattle, Washington. So we didn't really do anything yesterday. Nothing exciting happened, so I didn't really record anything till we got shut down. Went in, got showers. Just didn't really get an update. So it's gonna be more of the same today. Just a bunch of driving, a bunch of load checks. If I see something that's worth recording, I'll record it. If not, if I see you around Salt Lake City, Utah. So that's what we got. We're getting ready to roll, head on down the road. We're on 550. We came out of the Flying J's on 25, or on 40. I mean, we jumped off of 40 onto 25 and then jumped on 550. So we're going across 550, going to pick up I think like 64 and head up into Colorado for a little bit, like 70 miles, and then cross over into Utah. So that's what we got going on. Like I said, if we see anything interesting, I'll record it. If not, we'll make an update when we get shut down tonight. We are over here at Miller's Travel Center off of 191, I believe, in Wellington, Utah. So we didn't get to Salt Lake City like I thought we would. We're about 140 some miles shy. We didn't really make that good a time coming across 6 and coming across, well, I can't remember the other route, but it ended up being a lot of going through towns, red lights, and single lane roads. We didn't make that great a time. But we got shut down here. We did 487 miles today, so not as good as I wanted to do, but we're only 972 miles away, and we still got pretty much, we got all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and it doesn't deliver till Monday at 2, so very doable. A couple hundred miles. We could do 400 miles tomorrow, 400 miles on Saturday, and basically be there. We'll probably be ready. We won't get to the shipper or the receiver on Saturday. We won't get there till Monday, but we'll get close enough. So anyways, like I said, didn't get to Salt Lake City like we wanted to, but got as far as we could, and it was good enough. Shut down around 5 o'clock over here at this little travel center. We're on 6, and we're 85 miles from Provo, probably like 135 miles from Salt Lake City, something like that. And I think we had about an hour and 45 minutes when we shut down. So, not too bad. Nothing really exciting happened, just a bunch of load checks. Went into a scale off of Well, I can't remember that road I came up. But there's a scale there in the T right before Monticello. We stopped at a grocery store, but went across the scale there, had to go in and show them my paperwork. Looked at the paperwork for a couple minutes, came out, measured the load, made sure it wasn't over 10 feet wide, which is 9.4 or 9.6, something like that. Like I showed you before, it only sticks over about that far. So anyways, that's where we're at. We're gonna shut down this Friday night. Gonna wake up tomorrow morning. We're out of here probably about 7. Probably crank out another 450, 475, something like that. Take it easy up through there, see how far we can get. Shut down Saturday night and then finish it off Sunday and get as close as we can get. And what we don't get on Sunday, we'll finish up on Monday and get this stuff off Monday afternoon. So that's the plan anyways. I don't know, we'll see what happens tomorrow, see if we record anything tomorrow. If something interesting happens, we will. If not, I don't know, we'll see you when we see you. It's a pretty long trip. It's gonna end up being like 5 days, so it's just a lot of load checks and driving, so not a whole lot of exciting stuff going on. That's what I got for you. Yeah, we'll probably see you when we get close to the delivery. It is Monday, no, it's Tuesday. It is Tuesday evening, and I'm in a hotel. My truck broke down, and I didn't get my load delivered. So I said if anything interesting showed up that we would shoot a video. So let's go back to, I think the last part we was in couple 50 or 60 miles from Provo. It was Friday night, and I said we were going to drive up Saturday or whatever. I didn't really record anything on Saturday because it was just a lot of the same, just running and load checks and stuff like that. So I mean, where we shut down Saturday, it's been so long. We got to the Flying J on Sunday, and we were 113 miles from where we was going to deliver at. Got there like 2 o'clock on Sunday in the afternoon, shut down, everything was good to go, awesome. Gonna wake up, our delivery was at 2 o'clock on Monday. I was gonna wake up, I talked to another guy that was going there. I was gonna go up in the morning, I was gonna get there at 9 o'clock. And if they weren't gonna unload me, then I was gonna hang out until they did. And that was the plan. So we sat there from 2 o'clock till 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, and I put my truck in battery mode so I could run the heater because it was starting to get cold out. It was windy as freak. And all of a sudden I get a low coolant warning on my dash, and it says it's going to shut the truck off in 60 seconds. It started counting down because it was some kind of safety thing. So I couldn't run my truck. It would run for a minute and shut off. So I called Outside Repair and started setting up all that stuff. It's a Sunday evening. I got to deliver in the morning, and they had me go out and pop the hood, check the coolant, which the coolant's full, whole 9 yards, and then they said, well, go out there and pull on the bottom of the water cooler on the reservoir, there's a sensor. Take the plug out. Sometimes dirt gets in there, and blow it out. So I went out there and popped that off and blew it out and cleaned out. It didn't look dirty at all. Popped it back in, went in, started the truck, left it run for 4 or 5 minutes, and the code went away. I was like, okay, cool, that fixed it, awesome. So that was 9 o'clock at night, it was dark out. So I put the truck in battery mode and went into the sleeper and went to sleep. Had my alarm set for 6, gonna get up, the whole 9 yards. The truck didn't turn on the whole night, whatever. Woke up at like 5 in the morning, and the code was on there again. Low coolant sensor. The truck wasn't running, but it had the code on the dashboard. Low coolant sensor. Don't start the truck. If you start the truck, you know, all this stuff. So I started the truck. It ran for 10 seconds. It does a countdown. Hey, it's gonna shut off. So I called Outside Repair again, 6 o'clock in the morning, something like that. They're like, well, can you deliver the load? And I was like, yeah, I don't think so. It runs for like a minute, then shuts off. I can't even barely move it 10 feet before it shuts off. So they had to come get me towed. So now it's Sunday. I'm sitting in the parking lot or Monday, I'm sitting in the parking lot all day. Don't get it. You know, they tow my truck, they tow my trailer down to the Freight-Line dealer in Pacific, Washington, about a half hour south of Seattle. And that's where we're at. We're at a hotel. It's Tuesday. The truck might be ready tomorrow, Wednesday. If not, it'll be ready Thursday. And when we're done, when they get the truck back, then I guess I'll make my delivery. But that's my little update. Truck broke down right now, and we still got that load on there. Hopefully we can get the truck back tomorrow, Wednesday. We can get up there and get this load off and get moving farther down the road. we have finally made it to our delivery, and we are sitting in line. And finally, after a week and a truck breakdown and a flat tire, we're finally here. Just waiting. It's going to be a little bit. We've been here for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I don't know. Been here for a little bit, and we still got a ways to go. Well, maybe not a ways. We're finally to the front line, but yep, that's what we got. We get this stuff off, and then see what's next. See where we're going next. So that's what I got for you. Thanks for watching.